like computers. Wonderful thing. I remember when children used to play in the streets, play with lumps of wood and stuff like that. Now everyone's playing on the computer. Doesn't understand, you know. I wonder why children are strange these days. They don't know how to communicate with each other because they know how to play on a computer and connect with people on computers, but in reality, no, it's a very different picture. Like the Man in the Zeitgeist movie said, things that you see in your early life affect you through the rest of your life. Conditioning and programming especially. We're conditioned and programmed since we go to school.
For instance, we've been told to go to school 8 hours. I never criticize this, but it can kind of format your brain to accept that later on you will have to be standing 8 hours
in a factory
doing a job. So you can get money.
They teach you at school that you get a good education, you get a good job, you get a family, you settle down. Why the fuck are they educating you in that? Why are they only giving you the opportunity of one thing? You know, say, well, we educate you and then you can go out in the big wide world and see what there is. Oh no, you've got to stay in this country and pay your taxes to this government. Okay.
There are people have been told that there are actually very few good jobs. And they have to make sure
they get one of them, that not someone else.
That their kids will get these jobs.
Oh,
but there are more and more people. And
this is just teaching people the winner and loser strategy. If you're going to be a winner, then it means there's got to be losers. Instead of everyone looking after everyone else and sharing like they should in a civilised society, you're taught at school that it's competition. It's dog eat dog and you are the best one. And fuck the rest behind you. You get on. Fuck them. It's not... We're not educated to be a helpful society. We're educated to be an egotistic, self-centred society. Because they want egotistic, self-centred people who keep things divided and not... They don't want a society in harmony. Because if a society was in harmony, when the government's pulled this crap they fucking pulled, the people that stand up in harmony and go, we want you to rethink that, you bunch of fuckheads, because we don't agree with it. We, the people, who put you there in power. We don't want this. So you're going to obey us. I don't want that.
What's your opinion about democracy?
It's a good idea if it existed, but it doesn't. It's an illusion, democracy. It's something they talk about. I mean, there's this war going on around the world for democracy at the moment, and how democratic is it snatching people off the streets in other countries and disappearing them around the world to torture centres and that? So you can get your information to keep your democracy going. Well, that's not fucking democratic, is it? It's very undemocratic.
And the vote?
The vote, well...
When you vote for... It's democratic, isn't it?
The vote? No, it's a manipulated thing. Especially when the choices you get are part of the machine anyway. They're not the solution, they're the fucking problem. They're controllers. People who go into politics, yeah. They speak they want to change things and do things and improve everything. Is that what they do when they get in power? No, they make it better for themselves. And when they finish being in power, somehow they get jobs as managing directors of big companies.
Or they've been...
Think to yourself,
Some of them have previously been a CEO beforehand, and that's
yeah, I mean
their political campaign get financed by the same people.
Yeah.
The people in
power. The people
with the money, yeah?
See,
and the big industries.
People who get in power, yeah, these people who from big industries and that, they shouldn't be allowed into it. Because they're fucking part of the problem. Where they're the money people. And the money people are the problem. I mean, us the workers, well, not me, I fucking try not to work as much as possible because I hate your fucking system, you parasites. Suck someone else's blood. I want mine for myself. I let the mosquitoes have it. Mosquitoes are welcome to me blood. But you lot, well, you can go fuck yourselves. That's a different point. But anyway, democracy. Oh yeah, there we go. Wonderful illusion. Tell people they're free. Bind them up with taxes and everything else. Why are we the people paying fucking taxes? Why aren't the big companies that are making the big profit paying the fucking big taxes instead of getting all the tax breaks and allowed to do whatever they fucking want? Poison people, pollute the fucking environment and everything. Oh, that's right, because they've got the big money and they pay it to the governments in backhanders and give them jobs after they've been in power. But we're not meant to talk about that. Because we can't go upsetting our politicians, can we? They're there for our benefit, us the people. Go fuck yourselves. They're there for our benefit. They're there for their fucking benefits. They're meant to be public servants, but they get big wages. Get free fucking cars and homes and everything else. Where we the people have to pay the taxes for this fucking behaviour. For their military. For their police to go and fucking disturb peaceful demonstrators. And we the people pay for it.
The taxes is used to pay back the banks for the money the government
borrowed. Borrowed for what? Borrowed for our benefit?
Debt.
It's a debt
every
system.
time. It's a creation of money. There's a debt attached to it.
But money's an illusion. It's based on values, but what is value? Someone sets that in an office somewhere. In a stock exchange. What the fuck's that got to do with money? What's it got to do with real productivity? There's what, 10 people working and 150 people working out the accounts of it. What's that for a situation? Who are these people who are profiting off the fucking backs of the workers? The ones getting rich, is it the workers? No. It's someone else. One of the controllers.
A solution to the corruption currently going on at the political scene and when it comes to justice as well, then it could be if people presenting ideas could be able to be elected as like leaders in projects, making groups and projects instead of having
another method.
And if they are not competent in anymore, then we
there's another method that could get the way of the people very easily. Yeah? You divide your communities up into 10 group cells. With these 10 people, they sit and they discuss things. When they come to a solution, they nominate one of those 10 people to move forward. Every other group of 10 people have done the same. They move forward till 10 people. 10 groups, they send forward one person. You get a group of 10, another group of 10, 10, 10, 10. They discuss, so they come to a point of agreement between those 10 people. They elect one person to move on again. You do this across the whole country, across the whole fucking world. It doesn't take too many fucking steps to get the answer to everyone's problem.
So anyone could come up with an idea, make a
presentation
and
to his group,
and see if
his group decides it's good. They move it on to the next group. The next group thinks it's good. They move it on again. Then it's what the people want. It's the choice of the people, not big bureaucracy. What the fuck is bureaucracy?
Politicians today are not told how to solve the social problems.
They're not interested in solving social problems.
Our society is facing.
They keep the social problems. It helps them keep control. It's like, why the hell are they spending all this money trying to stop drugs? Make the drugs legal. Use that money they're wasting on trying to stop something they can't. In a better form, like educate people about drugs.
Definitely.
Use the money against the criminals. Not people who take drugs, they're not criminals, they're just people. But the people in the mafia behind it, the people who organise drugs.
Crimes.
Yeah. The ones who mix the drugs with bad things so they can make more profit. Those people who buy a drug at a low price in one place and sell it at a fucking huge price in another place and cause all sorts of misery. Not the people who smoke it and take it, they're just people. And people do things for different reasons. And taking marijuana, for instance, is not a dangerous thing. Smoking is not good for you, I agree. But then again, so many other things aren't either, like alcohol. And that causes a lot more problems in society than smoking does. If anyone tells you different, now you're fucking looking at the wrong picture. You walk out on a Saturday night, you see how many people are falling drunken around the streets of this world.
Alcohol acts on your reptilian brain.
Exactly. And this works on your higher brain. This gives you ability to think. It doesn't just get you stoned, it does that in the beginning.
I heard it expands your mind.
It expands your mind. It does.
Like other psychedelic drugs. But if they are misused as anything, they are not...
It's how you use it and what you use it for.
As a tool.
As a tool.
It can be an interesting experience eventually.
I use this to concentrate my thought. Yeah, people say that's fucking crazy. You get stoned to concentrate your thoughts. Yeah, I smoke to concentrate my thought. The reason being, there's so many things going on in your mind at one time. All these different spiritual things and looking at the problems of the world and all sorts of other things. Sometimes I end up thinking too many things at the same time. So I sit, smoke a chillum, and I pull myself back to the one thought that's meant to be occupying my mind. It helps me concentrate. And when it starts going again, I smoke another chillum. People think, oh, he's smoking all the time. No, he's thinking all the time. He's trying to work things out.
So
I use it as a tool. People don't understand this as a tool. Yeah. It's also a medicine. I've been told in my life that I would never walk again. I have fucking incredible pain, but I won't take medicine anymore. Western medicine. I smoke. It helps me to control the pain. It helps me to control my body. It's a spiritual tool. It's a healing thing. You can make rope from it. You can make great canvas from it. It is a very usable thing. And it's natural. It grows in the ground. And people can grow it in the ground, so there isn't that much profit on it. So those people who make alcohol and all stuff like that, they make big profits for the government. This, on the other hand, wouldn't, because people grow it themselves.
The industries are already in place as papyrus. Papyrus.
Yeah.
They didn't want the hemp to be grown in Russia because they have a lot of space out there, and also, as you say, that anybody can grow hemp. It can be used in many.
Companies didn't want the hemp either because they wanted to sell their plastic rope, and hemp makes the best rope, so they had to get rid of that as well. The pharmacy companies, well, they got rid of ganja, cocaine, opium from the chemists in about the 1920s. These were because people were using them as relaxation drugs as well.
And what's your opinion about plastic and emballage these days?
Well, it's a simple one. Plastic is a fucking byproduct of the petrochemical industry. It's their waste product that's too expensive for them to get rid of properly. So what do? They make it into plastic and sell it to us, the fucking idiots who go out and buy it. Plastic is the poison of the petrochemical industry. And they sell it to us, and then it becomes our fucking rubbish, not their rubbish. It becomes our responsibility, not theirs. This plastic doesn't belong to us, it belongs to the petrol industry. It is fucking poison. The petrol industry has been poisoning this planet for the last fucking 100 years. Take their money off and make them clean this fucking mess up.
In the food, the emballage
causes cancer. They've known this since the 1960s. It's there. Information. Cancer-causing agents from the plastic pass into the food. Putting water in plastic bottles is not good either.
All the carbon, not the carbon, but the box for the milk as such. What are they made of?
Plastic.
The bucket of milk.
It's got plastic in liner in it.
Like the inside.
Yeah.
I heard they had some chemicals which
India,
came into the food, but they came to in a low amount, so it was still okay.
But a low amount one day, and a low amount the next day, and a low amount the next day, and the next day, and the next day. It soon builds up in the system.